Hello everybody and welcome back to another blind commentary of Steven Universe Season 4 episodes 5 and 6, or as you may think about them from numbers perspective, that's 108 and 109, I think. Yeah, that should be it. Yeah. Don't have much else to say. The episodes that have been currently aired are quickly approaching their end. Now, I do know that there will be a double episode in the few episodes down the line. I think 2. I can't remember. Anyway, soon. So that's going to come. I don't know what's that about, what that's about, but I just noticed that it's a 20-minute long episode. So that's going to be a video on its own.
Your businesses.
I mean, okay. That's also Steven should have a bit more strength than you'd expect, right? It's like we have seen him being quite a bit stronger than any kiddo he usually should be.
Letting people depend on him fills his heart with warm feelings, like
that
love
is
and trust.
just.
No, it doesn't.
That is actually a pretty clever way to just give criticism by proxy.
And even though Sadie loves to work,
yeah, let's.
That's clever.
If you're not careful, Zoltron sees prison bars in your future.
I mean, we do know that he's quite the devil. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay.
Zoltron sees that father really loves you.
Okay, that's actually kind of nice that he's just going. He's really just just actually give a kind of nice life advice, but not even life advice. Just like, the point is, I like this actually kind of.
How's it going out here?
And W, come back later.
In that moment, it should be kind of easy to just like do the same thing that fortune tellers actually do, and that's just, tell positive lies. I mean, that's kind of what Steven was doing already, so that shouldn't be too hard to honestly deceive someone.
With the future.
Oh, yeah, I need some of that. Can I borrow your future vision? I
That
want to help some
is
random stranger I just met.
That seems like an appropriate use of my powers. There you go. That should last a little while. Try to be home in time for dinner.
That is pretty cool, self-referential humor.
Thanks, Garnet.
He's ready to answer your question.
Zoltron says that's a question for your doctor.
Actually, that is a pretty cool way to just gonna give a bit more character building, and I must say I'm actually kind of intrigued by this. This seems interesting, actually.
Mr. Smiley! Mr. Smiley!
Hey, don't break here. Is that all you have to say?
This is a pretty cool way to show alternate futures. I'm digging this episode so far. This is actually pretty cool.
Zoltron sees sadness in your
Costs thousands of dollars.
That's the best joke of this episode. That's kind of sad.
Zoltron sees cramped legs.
This is pretty cool ending music. That is actually a pretty freaking neat episode. Before we head on to the second episode, I must say I actually really dig that one. I mean, just okay, so let's be frank here. The style of comedy that the show does is something that I rarely do dig, and that's not a strike against the show, but it's just a notification that it's not my style. But it actually is sometimes rather funny, and this kind of actual, not that subtle, but obvious character drama is actually something that the show does quite well, and this is actually a pretty good example of that, especially when it's like surprisingly grounded in reality. That's actually quite good. Yeah, I like this episode. I really do like this episode. It's pretty nice. Yeah, it's nice. But let's get on with the second episode.
You two just never saw me in action, breaking every
Yeah,
rule, taking on the
sure.
authorities, so I could indulge in the joys of life on Earth.
I mean, considering that the crystal gems are already, they are criminals in that, considering in respective home world, I'd say they're breaking quite a few rules, possibly quite a few gems as well.
Oh, a sky piece.
Nice.
Well, if you'd like
Wait,
to go.
not yet. Okay, you can look now.
Okay, that's pretty good subtlety, but okay, when the show is being subtle, it is pretty good. And that, specifically that little smirk, that's pretty good.
Ooh, there she goes. Hey, maybe she's going to the same show as us.
Okay, that's a good little ending gag there. Okay, that's pretty nice. It's kind of nice. No, though I do like to continue onwards with the actual prevalent story. It's not bad to have these kinds of bit more slice of life things. Now, the first episode I actually kind of did dig a bit more because it just had a lot more human drama that the show is also always pretty good at interpreting, and it did it pretty well. I kind of did like it, and I would like to see more of that, and we got introduced to a new character, and that was pretty nice. I did like it to a certain aspect, although I must still say the show is hardly funny. It did have quite a few fun little moments there, and I especially dig how they presented the future vision in the bit more interesting figurative manner. And also that kind of probably saved quite a bit on animation, but still, that was a pretty cool way to show that, and I really did like that. The second episode, however, then had a rather it wasn't bad per se, but it felt a bit more shallow, I'd kind of say. But I do like it did raise quite a few points about the. It's a fine enough episode. I don't have much to say about it though. But these two episodes actually kind of raise quite a lot of the good points of the show up, and that's pretty good because I kind of was hoping for those, because I have lost the ability to laugh at the show, but rather just have minor chuckles at it. And more at the show rather than with the show. Anyways, and these good points about the show are the fact that it can be rather self-aware and have rather nice little references, and those are pretty nice when the show does it. And when it does those, when it sticks to its strengths, it is rather entertaining. And that's pretty nice when it does that. But those are pretty much the strengths that were brought up in these episodes. They were not bad episodes by any stretch of the imagination. I do dig the first episode a bit more because it was a lot more grounded, and that's actually kind of what the show does quite well. Some more grounded things, although it goes over the top quite often. But the second episode had maybe some fine hijinks. Still, not perhaps my cup of soup for the... not really what I prefer as a style of comedy, but it's fine enough. I don't know. I really do feel like I'm just being overtly harsh on the show, but it just didn't tickle my fancy somehow this time around. Still, I did enjoy the episode a bit, so enough. It feels kind of hard to be so harsh on the show. Yeah, that's about all I have to say. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you in the future a great day, so stay awesome. Gammu out. Thank you very much for watching.